So I was looking at this thread earlier on the group stage draw for the Champions League, and I had a few questions that I wanted to go off and research after looking at the draw. The first one was, what are the odds that the bookies are giving for Bayern Munich dropping out of the Champions League and going into Europa League round of 16 and knocking out Arsenal? Second one was, how is Liverpool going to fuck up and not get out of their group of life? And the third one was, who on earth are Carrier Bag FK? The answer to the first question was 16 to 1. I didn't think that was worth putting a bet on for. The answer to the second question turns out is spectacularly. And the answer to the third question is an Azerbaijani Premier League winning side that have been in the Europa League for the last 3 years. Now, I must have missed them being in the Europa League, but I thought it was worth going and having a look at their club. And I'm interested in knowing how much money they're going to get from the Champions League, how that might affect their club, and just really a history of the club, to be honest, because I don't really know anything about them, and I thought that you guys might be interested in it as well, so I thought I'd make this shitty video. So originally the club was based in Agdan, which was a city population 40,000 in the Nagorno-Karabakh region, but in 1993, due to a war over disputed territory between Armenia and Azerbaijan, they were dispelled along with 1 million people and are now based in Baku in Azerbaijan. They are interestingly the only club in the league that represents the Nagorno-Karabakh region, and as a result, they have a very passionate fan base. So this is the Karabag FK badge, as is kind of evident from their badge. They are nicknamed the Horsemen. Something interesting about them, they're currently ranked 106th on the UEFA rankings. I don't know how questionable that ranking actually is in terms of their level on a European stage, but they're in the Champions League, so I'm sure that that's boosted their rating. They play in the Azasan Arena, which has got a capacity of 5,800, although they will be playing their Champions League games in a larger arena where the Azerbaijani team actually plays their national games. I think that the capacity for that is 31,200. To give you an idea of the size of the 5,800 stadium, which they play most of their games in, it's slightly smaller than the Dagenham and Redbridge ground, and slightly bigger than the Accrington Stanley ground. They're also nicknamed the Barcelona of the Caucasus, thanks to this man, Gurban Gurbanov. He is not very well known, I don't think, outside of Azerbaijan, but in Azerbaijan he has played over 60 international games and is quite a well-known striker. He seems to enjoy playing tiki-taka style football with a lot of build-up play and also players being in interchangeable positions, so very much based on Barcelona football. Whether or not he'll do that in the Champions League, though, against the big teams that he's against, Roma, Atletico Madrid and Chelsea, is another question. So this year, the Champions League will be dishing out around 1.3 billion euros total to the 32 teams in the group stages, of which Karabag are one. That's roughly 1.2 million pounds, 1.5 million dollars, or 5.85 Neymars. Each team in the group stages will be guaranteed a minimum of 12.7 million euros or 0.057 Neymars. They'll also get 1.5 million euros for every win and 500k for every draw. Now, I appreciate that in today's market, 12.7 million euros doesn't sound like a very large amount of money at all, but to put it into perspective, the entire 24-man squad is worth 10.508 million euros on the transfer market today. I appreciate that this isn't a picture of the 24-man squad, but I couldn't find one on Google, so this had to do. Their record signing was in the 2012 to 2013 season run-up, and that was for 1.28 million for the Brazilian-born but Azerbaijani national Richards. He looks terrifying in every photo. Honestly, this was the least terrifying picture I could find of him, but I won't talk about that anymore because he looks like he could beat me up. This year they spent 300k on a player from Legia Warsaw. His first name is Jakub, and I'm not going to try and pronounce his second name due to the worryingly large number of consecutive consonants. And actually this year saw quite a large spend for Karabag FK. In the last 2 seasons, I haven't found any evidence that they've spent any money on transfers. Most are free agents or loanees. So for the three of you total that managed to get this far into the video, I don't know why you'd be listening to my predictions considering 2 hours ago I didn't know who Karabakh FK were, But if I had to predict something, it would be that they're going to struggle in the Champions League. Surprise, surprise, I know. One of the reasons I do think they're going to struggle in the Champions League, though, is they play possession football and they want to play tiki-taka football. I think that it's going to be difficult for them to do that in the Champions League. I don't think that a sensible coach would even try to do that, to be honest, against the quality they're facing. So they're going to have to learn a new style of play that they don't commonly play in their league. I think that will be a challenge for them. I think that would be a challenge for any team. I don't think that's specific to Karabag. Having said that, I don't think the players in their squad are going to struggle with being on the big stage. 21 out of 24 of their players have experience in international games, albeit that a lot of those players are of Azerbaijani descent playing for the Azerbaijani national team. If I had to make a prediction about their transfers in the future, I predict that they'll break their transfer record fee of 1.28 million euros just because of the large influx of cash. I think that they're going to be in a very good position in their league to secure winning their league in the next upcoming years as long as they make good signings. I would predict that they would make a large signing from either a Spanish or ex-Soviet country club. The reason that I would predict that is that they're only allowed 9 international players in Azerbaijan in their Premier League. They would be more likely to spend big on foreign players coming into the league. They seem to have a connection with Spain. All other signings seem to come from clubs in ex-Soviet countries. So thank you for watching this video. Feel free to tell me why I suck in the comments and I'll read them all. Just before I go, I'm going to do a shameless plug of my amateur football team's Instagram. If you like amateur football and you want to watch a few cool clips, then take a look at the couple of clips at the end of this video and subscribe to our Instagram channel. Thanks guys, bye.